So the beef is quite good. It's a very good mix. It's homemade. I just made this with some simple ground beef in the kitchen, and I've done this 100 times, so this is quite standard. If you want me to film how I do my ground beef, just write a command and then I can film the whole process next, because this is quite often cooked by me. MrFav is a tasting video.
Hello guys, I will now show you how I make my Bolognese sauce, and by this reason I have everything prepared here on my table already, so that I don't have to take you in my messy kitchen where you cannot see anything what I do, the steps that are necessary to have the most tasty Bolognese sauce I know. And by the way, it's a recipe from Jamie Oliver. I will put the link below in the description, just if you missed something. You can just take a look into the original recipe from Jamie Oliver. It's English, of course, and then you will have no problems to do that by yourself. And it's quite worth to do it because it's the most delicious Bolognese sauce I have ever eaten. And the main ingredient, of course, is the ground beef here. This is 2 pounds of ground beef, and I made a double portion because I know that this will be eaten and will not be wasted, so why not doing the double portion like in the recipe. And therefore I just start with the salt and pepper. Don't save on the amount. You need a lot of that, and I have also a spoon here to mix it a bit, to blend it over. It's a bit, of course, this is a bit dirty now when it's throw it on the table, but nobody has seen it. And when it's on a grill, on the pan, I'll show you right in a second. Just a bit salt as well, and this is just maybe a bit explanatory because of course I would do it a bit different when I not prepare it here already, but this is the pan or bowl I will use to just fry this ground beef here I just mixed up. It's also important not to put egg in it. Before I made often it with egg, especially for burgers, but leaving the egg away, it makes a much better taste. To make it easy, I just start with the onions and the garlic. This is my way how I cut the onions every time. If I would not sit, it would be maybe a bit faster, but I don't running out of time at all, so it just work like this as well. When I cut the onions, I will make a bit faster, then it won't be boring so much, and you don't see my tears starting just coming out. Step 1, cutting the onions is accomplished, and that you see how that's done. It's already put the olive oil, I think it's pronounced in the right way, olive oil, into the boil like this. Should be enough. Don't save so much with the oil the oil will give all them stuff a bit taste, and the more taste you gave from the oil, the better the sauce will be, of course. And I think before I put, there is bacon. This is already cut bacon because Jamie Oliver wrote, I think, 6 slides of 1 centimeter thick bacon, and I got this already cut bacon, so why to cut them all by myself if it's finished? So this is approximately the amount of bacon I later put in when the onions are in a good fried condition, just a bit creamy, not brown at all. But I can prepare already my herbs, and the difference I have here compared to Jamie Oliver is that I don't have only rosemary like this in my Bolognese sauce. I also got some of this thymian. I don't know, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but you may recognize it if you use this kind of herbs, and just hash this together and just recognize that I forgot to put to remove the wood stick from the rosemary, and this should be done, of course. But just doing like this, there's the stick, and then put it to the side. This is also a kind of stick from the garlic, it's not necessary. And the other stick is here. It was cut into 2 pieces, this other stick, and then just can chop this stuff here. And very important is that this is added after the beef has been fried, or has been grilled, or it's called. Don't need to be completely small. Maybe this piece we can give another cut here, but I think it's just fine like this. And this stuff here beside the salt and pepper will give all the taste to this quite delicious Bolognese sauce, hopefully. Next important step, you need some good garlic. This is fresh garlic. You don't have to use fresh garlic. It's also okay when you use how is garlic called when it's not fresh? Normal garlic? I don't know. But don't save so much. So I think it was about 2 cloves of garlic I have to use. So I will have at least a double amount, and the cloves here are small, so this is not enough garlic already. I just put some more from here. Another trick from Jamie Oliver was that you can just take your garlic. If you don't have this one, you can also use the knife, of course, but if you do, then you just put it with all that shell and packaging stuff, natural packaging, into it and press it to the bowl like this. At least it's inside, it doesn't matter so much how it looks like. It's just about the taste and not... Because this will, the bowl here with the ground beef together will be for at least 1 hour in the oven, and then there's no hot pot anymore. Everything is quite soft and melted, so don't trouble too much about. That's pretty much it. I have the olive oil and the onions inside my bowl. The garlic just added. I will now go over to the kitchen and first fry this, then add the bacon, and after this add the ground beef. And when it's done, then just bit more salt and pepper. This is here in this can. And in the latest step, before I put it into the oven, I just add the herbs. And that's pretty much my Bolognese sauce. No, it's not, because I completely forgot to mention what I have here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 cans of tomato. And just to show how this is looking inside. Now, this is just kind of tomato sauce. It's not a finished sauce, but it's tomatoes just hashed in their own juice, and this will be added at the last step, quite with the herbs together, you can say, and then it's in the oven for 1 or 2 hours. That's the Bolognese sauce completely.